YouTube, I'm back. What's up? Stay tuned for pages 123 to 130 of The Science of Black Hair by Audrey Davis Sibasodi. This chapter, you guys, is on children's hair care. If you have a baby, if you have a natural baby, if you have a little boy, little girl, you want to watch this video. Lots of great tips. You'll be finding out all kinds of things like what's the maximum amount of ponytails you should put in your child's hair. How about what's the youngest age you can give your daughter a perm if you so choose. All of those things, how to take care of their hair, nighttime routines, everything. It's all in here. So let's get started.
Healthy hair riddles. Unlock the secrets to your hair.
Hey you guys, I'm so excited to do this chapter of review. This is a great chapter, so I'm going to really just dive on in. I just want to read this first little paragraph. It's from birth to 2 years old, you guys, okay? She said, hair care for newborns and toddlers should be minimalist. Children's scalps are extremely tender and sensitive at this age, and the hair fiber itself is undergoing rapid development and change. At birth, many babies are born with very little texture or curl to their hair, and in the early months of life, their hair is often fine, wavy, or curly. As your child grows and matures, his or her hair will begin to pick up texture. Boy, isn't that the truth. How many of us, you come out, you're all cute, and everybody's like, oh, baby hair. Oh, it's so beautiful. People call it baby hair. They're just brushing it with a little brush of water. Little, that's it. It's just curling and so cute. And then, by age 3 or 4, you are here. Ugh, no, mama. Ugh, ow, it hurts. So it picks up that texture. That natural kicks in and it's strong hair. You know, so that's just what it is. So anyway, so she says, in the early months of life, she said simply rinsing with warm water at each bath is sufficient. Shampoos are not necessary for children in this age range. She also said because newborns and infants spend a lot of time on their back and on their sides, they can develop a rub spot on the back or the sides of their hair. This occurs from the friction of rubbing their hair on harsh cotton fabrics in cribs and car seats. So what will happen is the scalp may feel tough, leathery, or scaly. The solution is to apply a bit of coconut oil to the affected area and lay the baby down on a satin blanket or a sateen blanket, something with a lot of slip that's soft and smooth. I have a homegirl who has really long hair. When her baby was little, she took one of the hair bonnets that you wear for ourselves at night, and she custom cut it and sewed it to fit her baby's hair, and so her little baby was sleeping in a little satin bonnet. My niece. Loney Bear. I bet you didn't know that, Loney, if you're watching. So anyway, do what you gotta do. But you know what? Her daughter does have nice, thick, pretty long, healthy hair to this day. So anyway, I digress. Just had to shout out my niece right quick. Okay. So toddler years and beyond, she said, if your child's hair remains without adequate moisture, the hair will dry out and break. Any shampooing should be with a moisturizing, sulfate-free shampoo. Conditioners should be creamy and rich. Growing out children's hair, you should follow a low manipulation hair regimen and it must begin at a young age. Introducing heat, color, chemical relaxers, and weaves at an early age can retard healthy hair growth in children. I know some of you out there freaking out like, who in the heck puts weave in their child's hair? But it happens all the time. People braid, their kids' hair, and they add in the hair, like the extension hair when they braid it, and that hair is actually stronger. It can cut through the hair. So yeah, it happens all the time. Hair products and styling methods. No-tear shampoos tend to be problematic for black hair. Although no-tear formulas are considered gentle, they are just as strong as drying adult shampoos, okay? Due to the high levels of surfactant detergents they contain. Okay, wow, I didn't know that. They are easy on the eyes but have very little conditioning power. Children don't need to use shampoos on hair unless heavily soiled, i.e. sandbox, swimming, or food is in their hair. If they don't have sand, swimming, or food in their hair, you can go ahead and just co-wash their hair with a conditioner. Very much more moisturizing, okay? Shampoo-free regimens is best for those under 5 years old. Under 5, it's best to just co-wash the hair. If a child has chemically treated hair, i.e. a perm or color, Then you want to follow the tips in the rest of the book for treated hair and colored hair. Moisturizers, oils, and butters. Yay! Water and water-based spray and cream products are the best moisturizers for children's hair. Always avoid mineral oil and petroleum in moisturizers, period. She said always moisturize hair first, then seal with a butter. It will help to keep the moisture in, and it will help to keep the hair soft, okay? If a child has thick, curly, coarse hair, it will benefit from layering, okay, the moisturizer with a cream-based moisturizer and then an oil or a butter on top to seal. Hair tools. Always use a large, wide, seamless comb, period. No cheap seamed combs in your baby's hair. If you want to know why, at the end of this video, watch my link to why you need to use a seamless comb and what it does to the cuticle, okay? How it's like putting your hair through a shredder. Brushes should be soft, you guys. All those hard brushes, you're trying to hook up the wave or whatever, that's not good for their hair and it's not good for their scalp. Brushes should be soft and only used to gently smooth the hairline. Do not pull very, hard and tautly on their hairline. You are snatching out their hair. Don't do it. For boys, brushes with harder sets of boar bristles work well on short hair. Always gently mist the little boy's hair with water and then apply a moisturizer and then an oil or butter to soften the hair before brushing. You want to massage this into the hair for even coverage, okay? And then after that, you want to gently brush the hair in short strokes with the grain of the hair. Shampooing and conditioning. Older children's hair should be hydrated and conditioned every 3 to 7 days. Always detangle hair first before washing. Here's the deal. In this fabulous book, on pages 226 to 227, she gives the step-by-step details of exactly how to wash your child's hair, okay? She literally goes through it. If they have coarse hair, if thick hair, she gives you a step-by-step, the orders of what you should do first, second, and third. If they have fine hair, if your baby has fine hair, there's a different regimen that you should follow. That's why you need to get the book. Okay, then she says, always manage styling your child's hair in small sections. I do that with my hair. So obviously it makes sense for a child's hair. Having a plan of action will eliminate parental frustration and pain for your child. Don't try to attack the whole head. Really, that's why you're ready to throw her through the wall and she's ready to cry her eyes out. Divide the hair up into smaller sections so that you're working with the small section. You're detangling smaller sections so it's not mixing in with the other hair that's already tangled, and then you have a plan of action, okay? Heat styling, straightening should be a rare event. If you heat style, this is what she says you want to do. Braid the hair and let it air dry partially. Then you want to apply a heat protectant and gently blow dry on the lowest level. Make sure that you get a flat iron that is clean, okay? No dirty flat irons in her hair. And apply a little more heat protectant prior to flat ironing, okay? That's how you want to best, protect the baby's hair. Ponytails. Wow, this ponytail section. Never force the hair into a ponytail. If it is too short, this will cause breakage and thinning edges. Always perform a ponytail tension test on your child. Who knew? I love this book. Have the child tilt the head to the side until it touches her shoulder and ask if she feels any tightness, discomfort, or pulling. Then the other side, same question. And then she said forward where her chin can touch her chest, okay? Same question. Other test, she said to gently move the ponytail holder from side to side. If it can't move, there is not enough slack. You should loosen it. You should also be able to insert part of your finger or all of your finger underneath the holder with ease. That's how you can determine if the ponytail is too tight, okay? You don't want your baby walking around with tension headaches and having throbbing headaches because her ponytails are just, she's all snatched and pulled and it's way too tight. You don't want to cause the hair follicles to be coming out, traction alopecia starting at 1, so you got to follow these steps. You want to limit ponytails. Are you ready? Drum roll. How many ponytails can you put in baby's hair? Here is the answer. Limit ponytails to 5 or 6 max. Numerous small ponytails increase chances for breakage. So she'll be walking around with a cute 60 zillion ponytails in her hair, but you are increasing her chances for breakage. 5 to 6, that's it. When using the ball holder, make sure that there's no metal crimp in the middle. If there's a metal crimp in the middle, it's going to be breaking the hair. So if you have them, toss them out, throw them away. Go find the ones without the little metal crimp. If it has one of these, that metal crimp is all jacking up your hair. Don't use it. Never use rubber bands or elastic ties with metal on them. That was the thing I just showed you, okay? Like ponytails, braids and cornrows can create high levels of stress along the hairline and temple areas in small children. Damage to child's hair follicles from tight braiding can affect her ability to grow and maintain a healthy head of hair in her adult years. Braids, cornrows should be misted daily with a spray moisturizer and sealed with oil for shine. Never allow braids to dry out. Dry synthetic braid or weave hair is stronger than our hair, and when intertwined with delicate children's hair can abrade the cuticle and lead to terrible breakage. Children under the age of 7, I repeat, under the age of 7 should always have their own hair braided without adding extensions. You guys, that was such a big aha moment because I see a lot of little girls and I'm thinking they're probably in a braid routine now because their hair is so broken and damaged. So the mom keeps adding the hair in because she doesn't want her little girl walking around with her hair looking damaged. But if she's under 7, you're just perpetuating it more and more and more. So it's very important. Only braid with their real hair under 7. Next thing I want to read you is night hair care on page 229. Leaving children's hair styled overnight can make getting ready the next morning a breeze. However, this practice, no matter how time efficient, often leads to hair problems later on. Have you ever seen little girls with short pieces of hair sticking up around the rim of their hairline and nape, or others whose short hair around the head no longer fit into a main ponytail? This rim or halo breakage is a common symptom of sleeping in ponytail holders. At night, it is best to remove all hair accessories, bows, barrettes, and holders from your child's hair. These hair ornaments can snag and snap your child's hair while she tosses and turns at night. Even loose ponytails can cause breakage to the edges of the hair during sleep. Reserve your child's style overnight by simply removing the holders, moisturizing and oiling the hair, and rebraiding or retwisting each section of hair. The braids and twists will keep your child's hair together, preserving her style until morning. If your child's hair is short or a type that will unravel overnight, place a small oil-dipped terry cloth holder on the ends instead. And she also said that it was best to get your baby in the routine of basically sleeping with a satin bonnet and tying her hair up at night. If you have a little active little girl who just refuses to do it, then opt for a satin pillowcase for her to sleep on at nighttime. On to chemically relaxing. If you have to do it, the older the child is at the time of the first relaxer service, the better. Relaxing children younger than 10 or 12 is not recommended. Relaxers formulated for children contain the same ingredients as those formulated for adults. They are simply repackaged, mild-strength adult relaxers, okay? Compare the ingredients list, and the only difference between kiddie relaxers and adult relaxers is the colorful packaging and the smiling 3rd or 4th grader on the front of the box. Wow. Relaxers for children are simply the manufacturer's marketing ploy to appeal to the nurturing side of parents and thus tap into a younger, more impressionable consumer market, our young daughters. There you have it. Every time I read the book, Audrey, she gives it to you so good. It's such a great book. I love this book. That was it for the video. I would like to know, all of the mommies out there, if you have a mommy, if you're a mommy or your auntie or somebody, you do somebody's hair, if you do a little girl's hair on a regular basis, I would like to know if you found these tips helpful. If you have any great tips, please share, post them below. It's going to help everybody, okay? And also, I'd love to know, what tips do you use on your child's hair to help with the whole detangling and crying session. Please share the videos, you guys. Share with a girlfriend. Let's help our babies have healthy hair. And please subscribe. There's lots of free videos. It's free. If you found this video be helpful, bam, 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 bam. Thumbs me up. Okay. Lots of love. Gotta go. Mwah, mwah.